now it is time to take it up to 100.
Whoa.
Presented by Head & Shoulders, and we're gonna even do it double today. We're going to go 100. We're going to go past it. We're going to go to 200.
Times 2.
Times 2.
Okay.
We're going times 2. Vikings defeat the Lions 34-20. 206 rushing yards for Dalvin Cook. Second game in a row with over 225 scrimmage yards and 2 or more touchdowns for him. He's just the third player ever to do that.
That's
2
amazing.
games in a row.
Yeah.
Jim Brown, Deuce McAllister, the other 2.
Right.
Another call that Ahmed Fareed made earlier this year was that Dalvin Cook, when healthy, is the best running back in football.
Yeah.
Looked like it the last couple of games. It looked like it against the Lions.
It's hard to argue it. I mean, he is so talented, hits the hole so hard, can change direction so fluidly to where it's never just like he's got to go like, and stop and then turn. It's kind of just like he can keep running full speed and he just kind of weaves through people. I mean, it's amazing that way. And then for a smaller guy, I mean, man, does he have some collisions and still fall forward for a few extra yards. Gary Kubiak, his run game design, Rick Dennison, his partner in crime up there in Minnesota, they deserve a lot of the credit. I mean, they really do. The last few weeks and really ever since maybe the first few games of the year, they have found ways to run the ball creatively almost every week. I know it's not been every week, but most weeks. And did it a lot of different ways. Hey, toss cutbacks, fullback lead, inside zone. On the big run at the end of the football game, they got the Lions to put only 10 players on the field. It was great coaching by Minnesota. They said, hey, you get another guy out. Don't put him over there.
Yeah.
I mean, that was unbelievable. There's no guy at the end of the line of scrimmage on the long touchdown run for Dalvin Cook. But so then you have to worry about that in the run game, right? You do all of that. And then you get into second and third down, and you're worried about the run game, so you might be putting some extra guys in the box to stop that, right? And, okay, we got to worry about that. And, we want to cover Justin Jefferson and Thielen on the outside. But then Kirk drops back to pass, and it's one-on-one with Dalvin Cook and a linebacker out of the backfield. And, these plays aren't for Dalvin Cook. They're not. But it's Kirk realizing, wait, it's man-to-man. Oh, wait, this is Jamie Collins on my running back that has 3 rockets up his butt. Why didn't even look down there? Let me just hit him. Boom, make a miss, and then there he goes. And that's just where he's such a double threat that way. And really their success is completely, as a football team, predicated on him and his ability to run the ball or at least make big plays in general, whether that be the pass game or the run game.
The Vikings are 3-5.
Yeah.
They're still in it. They could be a playoff team.
You talked about the Bears being the worst 5-1 team ever.
Yeah.
This is one of the better maybe 3-5 teams we've ever seen. I mean, it really is. When you talk about, some of their wins and then their losses, I mean, Seahawks outplayed them. Tennessee Titans outplayed them. Okay, Colts, they lost, and Packers early in the year. But, there is some things to like. And they got a part of their schedule right now with the Bears, the Cowboys, the Panthers, the Jaguars, where we could be sitting here going, Vikings are 7-5.
Yeah.
And if they can win out or, only lose one more down the stretch, then they might get in there.
Yeah, while they might be one of the best 3-5 teams, the Lions certainly are one of the worst.
Yeah.
And Stafford didn't practice all week because he was around someone that had coronavirus.
Right.
And he didn't look very good at all. Their defense continues to just be so porous. I mean, they scored right before halftime to make it a 3-point game, and I was like, okay, good. I was like, they're going to keep it close here going into the break. Vikings go all the way down.
And score a touchdown.
Score a touchdown.
You're going, no, they'll maybe get a field goal, but they go right down and score a touchdown.
It was just amazingly bad.
6 plays, 87 yards in a minute and 4 seconds. A minute and 4 seconds.
This is depressing.
I know, I'm
sorry. But the one good thing about them is I do like watching D'Andre Swift. I know you're a little down on him coming into this year. Weren't quite as high, but he does. He's had some bad moments against the Bears. It would have won that game. But I don't wonder if playing with Adrian Peterson's helped him at all. Just watching the violence that AP has played his whole career with. Seems like D'Andre Swift has some of that in his game, too.
Well, he does. He's got a little everything. And you know what? Total honesty, he's impressed me.
Yeah.
He really has. He's a little bigger and stronger than I gave him credit for in college. And to this point, he's been a little bit more explosive than I wanted to give him credit for. I like Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
As it looks from right this second, yeah, I would go, ooh, I'm a hair down on them.
Yeah.
And I should have been a hair higher with DeAndre Swift. Definitely. I mean, but yeah, this is a game, the Lions, hey, they play hard, they try. They're just not that talented.
No.
And I think that's just the biggest issue, and especially on the defensive side of the ball. There's some good, but there's just nothing great to latch onto across the roster to where you go, oh, if they play through them or this area, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that exists. I don't know. You tell me. You're Johnny Lyons expert.
That's not good. I don't want to think about it anymore.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, there's no shame in giving up 200 yards to Dalvin Cook because he does that to some
there is shame in
good
it.
Team.
That
was Take It Up to 100 presented by
Take It to 200, Dalvin Cook and Head and Shoulders.
Available at Walmart.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.